Did you really think we were going to bottle it, Madrid fans? Did you really think we were going to bottle it? Oh, look, Barcelona 1-0 down. We might stay in the top. We might stay in the top. Real Sociedad, do it for us. We're FC Barcelona, Real Madrid. We don't bottle it, all right? We don't bottle it. We take our opportunities. And today we took it, ladies and gentlemen. And today we took it, ladies and gentlemen, because we are top of the league. We're top of the fucking league.
We are top of the league, we are top of the league. We are top of the league, we are top of the league. Get the game.
We're fucking top of the league, ladies and gentlemen. What a win today, boys. What a win today, boys. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we, as in Barcelona, defeated Real Sociedad 2-1 at home at the Montjuic. I totally forgot we went back to the Montjuic, but yes, we got an important win today at the Montjuic. 2 goals to 1. Goal from Jules Koundé and 1 goal from Robert Lewandowski. And for their end, 1 goal from Odriozola. Let me take these glasses off. I can't read. I can't see shit without these. Odriozola, that guy. Ex-Madrid player. When I saw his name, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy definitely played for Madrid at one point. Yes, ex-Madrid player scores against us, but it doesn't matter. He tried, let me try to get back from my team. Ooh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Barcelona always do what they need to do. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, a great win from Barcelona today, and a very important win to go back. Go to the top of the league. We haven't been top of the league all season. Now we are. We're top of the league, ladies and gentlemen. So, man, a win that we definitely needed. Frustrating at moments, but I think most of the game we could definitely say that Barcelona were the better team. Full on deserved to win this game, and I'd say definitely most of the game we dominated Real Sociedad, but there were also some moments where we were struggled and some moments where we definitely got scared. So, yeah, let's quickly talk about it all that we witnessed today. But let's quickly go over the lineup. Szczesny in goal, Jules Koundé, Ronald Araujo, Andres Christensen, Gerard Martin in the back line. Midfield of Pedri Gonzalez, Frankie de Jong, and Dro, a.k.a. Pedro Fernandez. And up top, Marcus Rashford, Lewandowski, and Rooney. I'm not even trying to pronounce his last name. I'm calling him Rooney. Rooney starts this game. So, of course, considering Barcelona's injury crisis as of now, with Rafinha out, Fermin out, John Garcia out, Casado, Gavi out, a lot of players out. Obviously, Hansi Flick has to go and trust other players that he probably wouldn't have trusted if these other players were available. But for this game, he's going to have to trust them with the likes of the main differences being Szczesny, obviously, Dro starting this game, and Rooney starting this game as well. Szczesny was pretty much obvious because John Garcia is out for, I think, 4 to 6 weeks. They said he's probably going to be out for a month and a half, basically. For Dro, this was definitely the shocking one. We saw this kid play in preseason. He definitely showed something. He's definitely showed a spark that he definitely has something in him to be a future Barcelona player, on a regular basis. And today, Hansi Flick decided to trust him, which was very confusing. It was confusing to me, at least, because then that means, okay, Dani Olmo, you're losing something here. You're losing some aura right here, because the fact that a 17-year-old is starting over you is saying something, because last game, Dani Olmo wasn't great at all. He had a poor game, and I'm guessing that's the reason why Hansi Flick has decided to bench him for this game. Or because, obviously, we have a game midweek against PSG, so he wanted to rest him and then bring him on later, because Dani Olmo comes in immediately in the second half. But, pretty interesting that he played a 17-year-old role in this game. And Rooney, obviously, because we pretty much have no one else. Obviously, we could have played Ferran Torres on the right hand side, or put Rashford on the right hand side and play Ferran on the left hand side. But of course, again, we have a game midweek, and probably Ferran Torres is going to start that game. Considering how Lewa did today, we might have to. But overall, a pretty interesting lineup, and I was definitely excited to watch this lineup, especially the back line, having my boy Christensen in there, Araujo, great center back pairing that we've seen in the past, and yeah, overall, everything else. But how this game went, I think first half we definitely dominated. I think first half we were definitely, we looked great. Again, the two players that definitely were surprising and, I enjoyed a lot was Dro and Rooney. I thought they were very, did very well in that first half. Obviously, when you go down and you are trying to get the game back, trying to get the win, you want to take these players out and bring in the more experienced players like we saw in the second half, where, again, Dani Olmo comes in immediately for Dro. Pedro and Rooney gets like 10 minutes into the second half until Lamine Yamal comes in. Of course, Lamine Yamal obviously a main difference maker, but these two today I thought did great. The main thing that I loved about Joe in this game was the fact that he had so much confidence because, of course, playing the number 10, that means you're playing in these areas right here where you're basically surrounded at all times, and you're expected to have that confidence on the ball and to receive the ball and try to make those half turns, try to make those plays, open up plays, and Joe did all of that in that first half. I was very impressed with him, how he controlled the ball, how much confidence he had in asking for the ball as well, and I don't think he really put it on the wrong foot today. Obviously, going forward, he didn't offer that spark where he would like open up plays by himself, did everything by himself and, created those clear-cut chances. But he definitely did create some chances. He definitely opened up the game a lot for us in that first half, and I was very impressed with his performance. It was a bit unfair that he had to come off for the second half, again, considering we wanted to get the game back and try to get more control and try to go for goals. Danny Olmo was always going to come in for that experience, but Joe, I think, did excellent today. He definitely impressed, and he has, definitely some games later in the future for him in store. But yeah, great game from Joe, at least the first 45 minutes. From Rooney, he offered, I think, the difference between Rooney and Rashford, I think, was very evident in that first half. Rooney is a take-on winger who wants to beat a player, beat a defender with skills, cutting in, cutting out. He's that very take-on winger, while Rashford is more of a winger who wants to try to beat you for pace. He had some moments where he would cut in, do a little skill here and there, but not as much as what Rooney attempted in that first half. Very some positives from Rooney in that first half. This one little corner kick where that little set piece play where he literally passed it to Frankie. Frankie passes it to Rashford, and Rashford takes a great shot, but straight at the goalkeeper, but still a great shot and a great little play. But Rooney, he was very proactive. He was trying to get something from this game, trying to open up the game for us, especially on the right-hand side. And honestly, I was impressed with his performance as well. But of course, going from Rooney to Lamine Yamal is levels above. Obviously offers you a lot more. But I think Rooney had a great game today. But that first half, again, we were dominating. We were all over them until the 30th minute, where we give up a goal. To Real Sociedad from literally the first shot the whole game. Like literally the first shot on target, the only shot on target they had the whole first half, and they score on us. Very frustrating. Jero Martinez is the one that kept them on, and then Jules Koundé, I guess, just wasn't on the. Didn't track back well enough and they left an open player open, and then a user cross into the box, and then they get the first goal to open up the game, 1-0 for them. And it was very frustrating seeing that goal, how easily we just allowed them to get into our box and how easily we just let an open player for them to get that goal. It was very frustrating, but hey, well, what can we do? If you don't take your chances, the other team will. That's the rules of the game, basically. But in the first half, we were going at it. Ramiro, he went crazy today, making a lot of saves. He was very good today. He was very frustrating to go up against today, but we were very on it, and then boom, we get a goal back from a corner kick where Marcus Rashford gets the assist. A little corner kick, Rashford crosses it in, and Jules Koundé gets the header. But yeah, thankfully we got the game back. We got the tie back in the first half, and then I had to worry about going into the second half because Real Sociedad today were very frustrating. I knew it was going to be a tough match, especially considering how Real Sociedad haven't been the greatest so far this season. This loss makes it even worse for them, but they're 17th place, 1 win in 7 games, 4 losses, 2 draws. They've been awful. So the moment they scored a goal, I knew they were going to park the bus even further. I knew they were going to make it even more frustrating for us. I knew they were going to be even more defensive than they already were, and it was frustrating. They were literally playing park the bus. They were playing 5 in the back. They didn't leave a lot of spaces open. Where the shots that we did take, the opportunities we did take in that first half were a lot of good attempts, but they were straight at the goalkeeper. It wasn't like anything clear cut, right? As much as we saw in the second half, where we could have definitely opened up the scoring a lot more. But the first half, we actually, the chances we had, it just wasn't enough. We didn't do enough to get a second goal. I mean, there was this one play where an open goal for Pedri, but it just hit their head, one of the defenders' headers, and cleared it out, luckily for them. But yeah, the first half dominating, but we just didn't create enough clear-cut chances to really go up in that game, to really, win that first half. But in the second half was, completely different. The second half was completely different. We were dominating the second half. I would say the first 5 minutes of the second half, Real Sociedad definitely went at us, where they got through into our box, which again was very concerning. I'm like, what are we doing? How are we allowing them to get easily to our box and allowing these crosses, these dangerous crosses, where all it takes is one touch and they can score on us easily? But thankfully, they didn't get any of those touches. But first 5 minutes, they went at us, and then boom, from there, especially after Lamine Yamal came on, immediate dominance, immediate chance creations, and immediate goal, especially for Lewandowski in that first half was like ghost town, barely involved. In the second half, especially when Lamine comes on, gets involved and gets the goal. Thankfully, Lamine Yamal, immediate impact, comes back from injury, and immediate impact. So, come on, bro. It's just laughable when he does what the things that he does. He's a joke. He's a joke. When they say that a player is a joke, Lamine Yamal is that. Like when I saw him do what he did to Sergio Gomez, like in the beginnings of the match, I know Sergio Gomez was looking at his coach like, you really are bringing me on as soon as Lamine Yamal is coming on, like, dickhead. But what he was doing to Sergio Gomez, what he was doing to rest of the defense, like, he's a joke. I literally laugh. I'm like, wow, you are different gravy. Lamine Yamal obviously comes in immediately, and minutes in, immediate impact, gets the assist for Lewandowski, free header, and brings us up 2-1. And from there, we were firing. We were very firing. We were, getting closer and closer to our third goal. But Real Sociedad were also attacking us as much, especially when Kuba came on. He obviously brings a bit of an impact. There was this one play where Jules Koundé, I don't know what he was doing, goes into the middle area around here, takes a year on the ball, and then he loses it, and then Real Sociedad hit us on a counterattack, and then thankfully Kubo hits the crossbar. And then seconds later, we hit the crossbar with Lewandowski, which should have been the third goal. It should have been game over. I think it was like around 84th minute. Should have been game over right there, but I don't know what the Lewandowski was thinking. I don't know what he was doing. He hits the crossbar as well. It was frustrating because that would have been game over. But Real Sociedad, I'll give them props for the second half. They were definitely going at it. They were definitely trying to get something back from this game, considering what they were in the first half, which was just straight up defense. So I'll give them credit where it's due. But obviously, quality matters. Quality matters in the end of the day, and we had the quality, and we came out with the victory today. But overall, great sensations. More positives than negatives from this game. I think the only negatives we can really take away from this game was, obviously, our finishing, obviously taking our opportunities, and the defensive line this game wasn't the best. They definitely got through us a couple times, and again made some dangerous crosses. We cannot allow that, because against a better side, they're going to take those chances and obviously kill us for that. But a lot more positives. We were very proactive. We were very dominant. We were very controlling of the game, and we did create a lot of chances overall. We were definitely the superior team and 100% deserved this win. And thankfully now we get the major 3 points to go top of the league, top of the table. But yes, great game from Barcelona. Pedri, at the end of the day, got the man of the match, but no, I'm sorry. Pedri did have a great match. He had a great match, but I'm sorry. This was the man of the match. He was the man of the match. Frankie de Jong today was incredible. He was amazing. Frankie de Jong created the most chances in the match. Frankie de Jong was the most foul player in the match, obviously, because he was just dominating, controlling everything, bro. Frankie de Jong today was amazing. Like, he's a joke as well. He's a joke. How easily he just gets away from every player. One little half turn, their legs are broken. They don't even know what just happened. The chances he creates, the way that he opens up the play for Barcelona, and his IQ is in a different level as well. Like, him and Pedri have IQs of wow. Best midfielders in the world, bro. Like, you can't name me any other midfielders that are currently better than Pedri and Frankie de Jong. Not a single one. Not a single one that offer and do what they do. Not a single one. But in my opinion today, Frankie de Jong was the best player. He was sensational in the midfield today. And yeah, just another top-class performance from these two overall. But I would have given it the man of the match to Frankie de Jong. Ferran Torres comes on. Eric Garcia comes on and plays as a left back, which was kind of weird. He did that against Real Oviedo as well, and not really much I can really say about him playing as a left back. But Gerard Martin, still some concerning things about him. Really, still some very concerning things about him, both defensively and going forward. I think a player that was definitely missing today was the likes of Alejandro Balde. Clearly missing today, because Gerard Martin just offers nowhere near the same things as Alejandro Balde. But overall, the defense definitely needed some work in that game. The midfield, amazing. Dani Olmo came in a lot better than what he was against Real Oviedo. I give him props. He did great today. He could have got us some assists if Lewandowski was more clinical, but he was great today. Rashford, Not bad. I do expect a little bit more, especially when he's in one-on-one situations. I expect a little bit more. He took some shots. He was definitely on it. He wanted something from this game, but I want a little bit more. Rooney again did pretty well. Dro, great 45 minutes from him honestly, and Lewandowski. First half disappeared. Second half a lot more involved because you have the likes of Lamine, Dani Olmo opening up the play for you, creating chances for you, and yeah, he gets the goal. Again, Dani Olmo great, Lamine Yamal amazing, Eric Garcia decent, Ferran Torres I thought he was great also when he came on. He opened up a lot of plays for us. He was very threatening in the attack and should have got an assist, but Lewandowski wants to hit the crossbar. But yeah, overall guys, a great game for Barcelona, a major 3 points, especially since we know what happened yesterday with Real Madrid and dropping points. But now we are top of the league. This is what we like to see, us controlling the table, us controlling the league, instead of having to worry or depend on Madrid dropping points. Now it's all on us. So if we go back to second or third, it's because we did something wrong. That's what matters. Unless, we, of course, I think the Clásico will be the next determination of who continues top of the league or who will go back into the top of the league in terms of Real Madrid. But yeah, guys, that was the video for today. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of the game, who was your man of the match, and how, just overall your thoughts about the game overall. But yeah, make sure to leave all those comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time we upload. Share to your friends that love football. And I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. PSG, you're next. We're coming for you. Nuno Mendes, I know you were scared. When you saw Lamine come on, I know you were scared. But yeah, PSG next. Hot chip challenge also for that game if we lose. Just letting you guys know. I'll see you guys. Peace.